Hi, everyone. My name is Trem Mesquite. I'm a product manager at This Is Milk, and thank you for joining us for another episode of our 3 at 3 conversation, where we're talking about careers in product management. Joining me today is Martin Keene. Martin Keene is a technical product owner at Labster. Labster is an e-learning company that provides students opportunities to learn science via their virtual lab technology.
What we do in a nutshell is build science lab visualizations and simulations that can be used by high schools and higher education institutions across the world.
Before Labster, Martin was a product owner, a digital product and project manager, a research analyst, and a social media strategist at companies ranging from EdTech, data analytics, nonprofit, digital development, and international marketing. For today, Martin and I are going to talk about his career journey into product management and learn from his perspective what it takes to be successful in a product career. So, welcome, Martin. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Travis. Thanks for having me.
You have a background in marketing with specialties in international research and social media. So I'm wondering, as you progressed in your career, how would you say that your past roles prepared you for the product management role you have now?
The thing that I like most about product management, and I think the thing that drew me to it over the years and moving into a product owner role, was that ability to sort of act as a conduit between the technical and the actual conception of ideas. So I felt when I was in project management, I was sort of on the outside of what was really happening. I was a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of project plans and looking after budgets and resource, but not really being there for the inception of the idea and not really being responsible for kind of the actual execution of that idea as well. So I felt like a middleman, I guess. And what product ownership has allowed me to do is to get my hands dirty and understand the technical a bit more and really challenge myself. And that's a role that I really have seen myself thrive in over the last kind of 5 or 6 years. My other areas of experience other than project management before I moved into product ownership, I think digital marketing, social media marketing, even market research, I think they've all given me skills that I'm able to kind of translate still into what I do day to day. When I was working in social media and also in digital marketing, I picked up a lot of technical skills. Like that's where I learned to do a little bit of coding, a little bit of scripting, that kind of thing. So these are still things that I'll do occasionally now. And so that helped me have a more of an appreciation of the technical side of the product owner role. And I think in terms of market research, I think it's something that easily translates to that requirements gathering piece that every product owner has to do. You have to get to know your customers, you have to know what they're looking for, and you have to be able to translate that for your technical team and be able to deliver on those customer needs. And I think market research perfectly prepares you for that. I think it was something that that gave me a really good grounding as I moved through those kind of those different roles early in my career and settled on that product space as the place that I really wanted to grow in.
Now, as I listened to your story about how you journeyed through all those different roles, now it didn't sound to me like you were a stranger to trying things new as you made these transitions from one company to another. But I have to admit, when I look at your resume, I'm seeing roles with the titles of project manager, and then you have product and project manager, and now you're a product owner. Now, I can't help but ask, could you share with our audience, what do you believe are the distinctions between those kinds of roles?
As I moved into project management from my kind of original roles in social and digital, I felt that, as I said earlier, I feel it's more of a sort of supporting role. You don't get to peel the layers back as much as you do in product. You don't get to understand as much about what's actually been delivered, and you're more focused on meeting deadlines and ensuring that everybody's on track. And I enjoy building requirements out, enjoy talking to customers, and enjoy building an awareness of the product that we're building within the market. And I think product that allows me to do that. It allows me to be more hands-on. I felt like I was, as a project manager, I felt certainly in the roles that I was in, you were a little bit of a step back. So you weren't kind of quite as concerned about requirements and that side of things. That was left to someone else. And you were more concerned with building project plans, checking over briefs that other people had kind of put the requirements into and building out the briefs that way. So it was a much more, I guess the administrative elements of it didn't kind of appeal to me as much as product does, for actually getting to get to grips with a product and its requirements and really start to kind of understand the customer needs and drive that forward. And I think that's what pulled me into product.
You wanting to get that deep understanding of the customer is quite important to you. And if you're going to succeed in a role such as a product manager or a product owner, having that deep understanding of your customer is essential. I'm wondering if, for our audience, could you list the top 5 skills that you feel make you successful as a product manager? I'm curious, what would you share? I asked this question because I want to give you an opportunity to share with the listeners. What do you believe are the most valuable skills a product manager like yourself should have in order to be successful?
The top one for me really is being empathetic. So being able to apply yourself to the situations that others find themselves in and understand what's driving other people, what are their needs. And I think that's absolutely paramount when you're working in product, that you're able to understand the needs of the end user and the customer. You're also able to understand the needs of the technical people working in the team and driving your requirements forward. I think another key one for me is being adaptable. Like every product I've worked on, you can start working on something, and with the best will in the world, sometimes it has to move out of the way because something is much more important and comes onto the radar, and it becomes a bigger part of what the product's looking to achieve and what the business is looking to do in terms of their goals. So you have to be adaptable, you have to be flexible and be able to kind of change as the needs of the business and the customers change as well, and be able to respond to those. I think also I would say that my background in research has stood me in a really good stead, again, because I'm able to kind of look at customer needs and really be analytical about them and not understand what's behind them and start to peel those back, and it helps being able to research effectively in the role as well, and be able to kind of use that to drive requirements forward and flesh those requirements out. I think also having that ability to almost be a developer of relationships and relationship building is really important. So I think being able to identify skills in other people is essential. I think that's a massive skill. I think it's really important that people working in product are able to do that, because more often than not, you're not the actual person executing the ideas. And you don't have the time to be the person executing a lot of the ideas, even if you've got the technical capability. So I think being able to understand who you can pull in from your team to support you in different areas is absolutely crucial. And I think that makes a massive difference to what you deliver, being able to identify those key stakeholders and contributors to what you're trying to achieve. I think being able to take on board feedback and iterate on things and not take things to heart too much, and be able to kind of fail fast, essentially, which, like, being able to take that feedback on board and drive it forward is crucial. And I think and that's something that I would definitely implore anybody going into product to do is be open to feedback and understand that, like, failure is a good thing. All the products that we idolize and that we're so fascinated by as product professionals all had massive failures early on.
Be sure that you keep checking back for more 3 at 3 conversations, where we will invite more special guests to talk about a variety of topics within the realms of careers and education and technology. Once again, Martin, thank you so much for joining us. And to the audience, thank you for watching.